Imagine risking your life just to earn a living. That's the harsh reality for many holiday workers in Australia, who are increasingly becoming the backbone of critical sectors like meat processing. But here's where it gets controversial. While these young workers fill labor shortages, they're often exposed to serious workplace injuries, with little protection or recourse. Take Jaya Daud Munthe, for example, an Indonesian on a working holiday visa, WHV, who returned to work in a New South Wales abattoir after fracturing his hand, only to suffer another accident, this time a broken leg. A heavy box of lamb meat fell on him while he was moving a storage unit. "I wanted to run, but it was too late," he recalled. "I could hear the sound of my leg breaking." This isn't an isolated incident. Stories like Jaya's are sparking a heated debate about whether employers are exploiting foreign workers' vulnerability to bypass safety regulations. Australia's WHV scheme, designed to attract young people to fill labor gaps in essential industries, has come under scrutiny. Advocates argue that participants like Jaya are often placed in high-risk jobs without adequate safety training or oversight. A recent report by the Migrant Workers Center, Backpacker Dispatches, labels the WHV scheme as a de facto low-wage migration stream, lacking the safeguards of formal labor programs. Leah Knopf, the report's author and a former WHV holder herself, points out that these workers are at a higher risk of injury due to the nature of their jobs and the lack of proper training. They're not given enough information on work safety, she adds. Jaya's journey began in late 2024 when he moved from Indonesia to NSW, hoping to earn a better wage and save for the future. He landed a job at Southern Meat's abattoir in Goulburn, but soon faced his first accident, a fractured hand while lifting a heavy box. "My coworker pushed the box too hard, and the corner hit my hand," he said. After 2 weeks off, he returned to work, only to suffer the second accident the very same day. Surgery and 3 more months of recovery followed. What's more alarming, the authorities never investigated the cause of his accident, leaving it shrouded in uncertainty. And this is the part most people miss. WHV holders are often reluctant to report workplace issues, fearing their visas could be canceled. Jaya, for instance, informed his agency manager, who helped with an insurance claim but never notified the authorities. Southern Meats declined to comment when approached by the ABC. Jaya, now working at a supermarket, admits he won't pursue the case further but insists the company is still in the wrong. A spokesperson for NSW Minister for Work Health and Safety Sophie Coates confirmed that Safe Work NSW can only investigate if the worker reports the incident, a step many are too afraid to take. The WHV scheme, established in 1975 and now open to over 40 countries, is particularly popular among young Indonesians, with Australia increasing their quota to 5,000 per year. But with limited job opportunities and fair wages back home, many are willing to take the risk. Ani Rodianto, another Indonesian WHV holder, worked in a Victorian abattoir for a year until a coworker accidentally poured nearly boiling water on her. "The water went up to my calves," she said. Hospitalized for a week and left with permanent scars, Ani highlights the lack of proper training and safety measures in her workplace. "The coworker who injured me wasn't even trained for that task," she revealed. Here's the kicker. There's no official data on work-related injuries among WHV holders. Safe Work Australia admits they don't collect information on claimants' visa status or country of origin, making it nearly impossible to address the issue systematically. Critics like Leah Knopf argue this must change, calling for a more regulated labor program to replace the current WHV model. Dr. Anna Boucher, an associate professor at the University of Sydney, suggests training visa holders in their home countries to ensure they're aware of their rights before arriving. They can then negotiate with employers from a place of knowledge, she explains. Union's NSW Assistant Secretary Thomas Costa highlights a troubling trend. Employers often fail to report workplace injuries, possibly to avoid scrutiny from regulators. "It's sad that some prioritize profits over people's safety," he says. Meanwhile, the Department of Home Affairs is trialing a new visa allowing workers to stay in Australia while pursuing workplace justice. A step in the right direction, but is it enough? As Ani puts it, "We work selflessly," referring to the significant contributions holiday workers make to Australia's economy. But at what cost? Are we willing to sacrifice their safety for labor convenience? What do you think? Should the WHV scheme be overhauled, or is it the responsibility of individual employers to ensure worker safety? Let's start a conversation, because every worker deserves to return home safely.